Helping. Alright, it's Wednesday. I've got a brush stuck to my arm. I've been out. You may have seen, hopefully if the intro to this actually worked. I don't know, I was trying something new. I was feeling artsy. I bought a contrast paint. Here it is. Whoops! Always off to a good start. Contrast Apothecary White. Boy, these separate a lot, is my initial impression. Clearly this has been sat on the Games Workshop's shelf for, I don't know, a couple of months. Because all of the talc is at the bottom. I'm assuming it's talc and not actually pigment. Because all of the paints pretty much had a very light coloured white-ish powder at the bottom. And I'm assuming that's the matting agent, the talc, that's supposed to make it be less glossy. I got this one because of all of the contrast paints, this is the one that I was actually interested in, because shading white can be an absolute mare. It's really easy to screw up, and when you do screw it up, it takes a while to fix. And when you're trying to fix white, you usually end up making the surface more powdery or textured as a result, because white paints typically have the coarsest pigments in. So it's mostly mixed. Clearly advised to get some agitators into your contrast paints to help mix them up a bit when they inevitably separate. So I picked up this one on the basis of I want to try it out. Specifically, I was going to try it out on a Space Moon, but I don't have any of those primed at the moment. In fact, I think I've only got a couple of things primed with any white paint on. We've got this guy, so I might just slap it on this guy's cloth here and see how it looks on camera right now. Let's do this. Let's engage with the contrast system straight out the pot. Got a fairly old brush, so let's do this thing. It's open, and yeah, that's contrast paint. It's basically watery ink. Let's have a smell. Hang on. Yeah, it smells like matte medium. Very similar smell. Not really surprising. Pretty much anything that's an acrylic has got matte medium in it at some point, and is usually, yeah, this stuff. And it's usually the majority ingredient. One suspects there's probably also some alcohol in here as well, as a flow aid. So yeah, I'll do this and then we'll chat. So straight on. Already I can see the colour of this is actually quite close to the old Celestra Grey. So it's pulling some crappy old paint out of my bristles. Okay, so that's it. Just tidy up around there. So there you go, bit of a live paint in today's work in progress video. This isn't over Gracia, this is just over Vallejo Grey Primer. So I'll see how that turns out as it dries. I will leave that there. So I got this because I wanted to try and use it to shade Power Armor. It's not as blue as I was led to believe, which is interesting. But we'll see how it goes. It probably won't be dry by the time this video is finished, to be honest. So what else have I been up to? Well, as you may have seen projected across the screen, I've built some Space Marines. These are so that I can do those long vaunted Space Marine videos. I need to drill the barrels. These are just some, dead simple old intercessors. I had 3 left on my sprue. So these are being built up, and I'm going to be doing an Imperial Fist, a Sons of the Phoenix, which I need to do some candles on, and in a slight change to what was advertised, which was going to be a Salamander, although I may still yet do that, because I want to, I'm going to do one as a Storm Warden, which is a very unknown chapter, unless you happen to have the Death Watch books from Fantasy Flight, in which case you basically know that Storm Wardens are Scottish Space Marines. They've got a blue and white colour scheme. A lot of the internet says it's blue and silver, but personally I'm going to do it in blue and white because I think it'll look better. And also because blue and white is, Scottish flag and so on. So may as well do that. There's no information really on what kind of markings they go for. I'm actually going to go with some kind of pattern on the helmet, as if to indicate a veteran sergeant. Basically it's all Braveheart inspired. Everything in the Storm Warden's lore is Braveheart inspired. So, massively misrepresenting Scotland, as is normally the case for any kind of Space Marine chapter that's based on a nation state in the real world. It takes all of the information, does up to from Hollywood, does it all up to 11, and makes broad sweeping statements about the culture it's based on. Hopefully none of you will hold that against me. I just happen to really like the colour scheme. And also their lore of battle tactics, which is bombard them from really far away, drive tanks up to them, get out and fight them in close combat. And that sounds pretty fun to me. So, yeah, one of these guys is going to be a Storm Warden, just a sergeant. And so, hence the old Apothecary White there. We'll see how it turns out on this guy's tabard. To be honest, it's looking pretty awful so far. But it might work better as a panel shading. I've not actually really painted much. I've been busy this week. My partner got ill, had to look after her. And I've just literally come back from the hospital. Just for checkup. It's a whole thing with kidneys, which turns out to have been nothing after many years of, after a year and a half of blood tests. It turns out that the thing that made everyone in my doctors panic was an anomalous reading, and my kidneys are perfectly fine, thanks. So, there you go. That happened. So, this is where I'm currently at with the Autistic Battle. I can't remember where she was last time I did a video. Can't remember if I'd done the belt or whatnot. As you can see, I don't have much left to go on the old armour section here. All of the black areas are done. I've done the belt, which I didn't do on camera, but it's literally nothing special. It's just XV88 and some washers. And I've done most of the metallics. I still have the rosaries, the grenades, the purity seals, and the shoulder emblems to go. And then she's done. And I'm probably going to do the rosaries immediately after this video. But I've already got all the footage that I've recorded for painting. What's that? That's just dust. That's fine. For painting the robes, the corset, and around here somewhere, the bolt gun. All the footage I've got for doing that, I've already edited. It's currently sitting at 18 minutes and 30 seconds. I might be able to trim it down a bit more. And I was going to get the shoulder pads on camera, put those in. Bit of a stall there, that was weird. I'm not covering everything that's on her, but this entire bolter is covered in the video. And pretty much everything I do on this is just like transplanted across to the rest of the metallics. So I'm not showing those on camera, and I'm going to be doing the fleur-de-lis over there and the old angel wings with the sword. Yeah, I think that's what it is. On camera as well, because they're going to be painted white. And you know, it's basically a black and white video for doing black and white stuff. So that's nearly done, and then the video after that's going to be her face. So this should be up on Patreon in the next couple of days, hopefully. And then the red armor video will be coming to YouTube at the same time that happens. So keep an eye on that. And then once I've done her face, I'm not going to bother doing the base on camera because I don't think it's really necessary. It's mostly just going to be some dry brushing and washes. I'm not actually doing anything that special with the base, I don't think. I'm not going to paint it marble or anything like that. It's too much effort. So once I've done that and gotten her done, I'll be moving on to painting some Space Marines. These three chappies here, which I've already talked about. Otherwise, I haven't painted much else. The old Troggoth is still the same. Yeah, done literally nothing to him. And that's pretty much it. Yeah, like I said, not been doing a lot of painting this weekend because of various looking after people's and having to be places, and yeah, it's just, you know, real life got in the way of hobby time. Let's see how this guy's doing. Is he dry yet? It's been about 15 minutes. No, he's not dry yet, and that looks absolutely abysmal so far. Might do better if it's thinned down a bit. But it looks like a wash, which is what it is. So, you know, so far I'm not impressed. Once that's dry, I'll probably cut in a little bit here so that you can see how that actually looks. Because, you know, I can wait another half an hour for this to dry before editing and uploading. But, yeah, it's not looking hopeful, is it, to be honest, right now. This may have been a waste of money. Don't know. So far, I'm not really feeling it. Compared to just using, you know, inks. Which I much prefer. Or this stuff. This stuff's great. Get this. If you haven't got some of this, go and get it. It's great. It's much better than non-oil. Dries glossier, but doesn't stain the surfaces as much. It's way better. Really love this stuff. If you're going to put a matte coat on your models anyway, use this. Way better than non-oil. That's it. Random tangent about washes over. So, like I said, not been painting a lot. Oh, Everchosen's live. Everchosen website is live. There's a link in the description where you can go and click. And you can go and vote on pictures and such like. There's no way to link directly to an image, so I can't tell you to go click this link and vote on my model. But if you want to go and vote on stuff, you should go and do so. It's very easy. It takes about 45 minutes to vote on everything, because there's so many entries. It took me about half an hour just to find my model in all of the entries, and then give it a big old 5, which is what you should do. Because you want me to win, don't you? Right? Yeah. Yeah, it's not as if the contest is fixed at all, because, you know, no one can see running totals of the votes or what is in the top 100 or anything like that at the moment. So we just got to take Games Workshop's word for it about all the results, which is kind of eh. Also, I'm not a fan of the website, and I think they should have added a tool so that you could crop your image based on what it will look like on the website, because there's quite a few pictures where the model is in the middle of the picture, but they've got a really long aspect ratio for the picture, and the website is set to, like, fix your scale width. Your width is fixed, but your height is not on the site, so it means that if you've got a really wide picture, your model's going to appear really tiny in the middle. Whereas if you've got a very narrow picture, your model will take up a lot more space. And I think a lot of people would have submitted different pictures if they'd known that was going to be the case. But there was absolutely no information about what the website would look, presentation your picture should be in, or anything like that before submitting. We got 2 instructions, which was submit 1 picture of your model that must be 1000 pixels wide and less than 10 megabytes in size. That was it. And to be honest, even the pictures aren't even being displayed at 1000 pixels wide. They're being displayed at something like 560 pixels or something wide. So yeah, that's a bit of a hit and a miss there on the old communication fronts, and actually letting people enter their models under the best circumstances, because even some of the big models are looking pretty naff because you can't see all the details on them because of the resolution. So I don't know. I feel like they need to. They'll do better next time they run this, if they run it next time. But we'll see how it is. So go vote for me. It's the Raptor Space Marine with the grenade launcher and the very, very cool face. Basically, the model's all about the face, really. The rest of the stuff is just kind of there to support and stop the face falling on the floor. So that's the thing. Everchosen. Go and vote in that. And also, there should be a link to my eBay store down below in the description. I'm going to be selling a bunch of my painted models because I needs the cash. And also to free up some space in my cabinets, but mostly the first thing, I need the money. So I'm going to be selling some of my orcs, mostly orc infantry, so my flash kits that there are videos on. Be a video there to where I painted my flash kits, you can go see them. They are going to be up for sale, and I've got some grots, like 20 grots that I painted a really long time ago, so they're not great, but they're characterful. They're going to go up for sale soon as well, because I'm just never going to use them. Not ever. So I figure someone who will appreciate them more than I will should get their hands on them. I'm also going to be selling a bunch of old metal models. I'm currently making sure they're stripped and cleaned at the moment, because some of them have got some old super glue on, which I'm trying to clear off. But amongst that's going to be some of the really old demonettes, some of the really old Zinch horrors and stuff. So there's a lot of early to mid 90s Chaos Space Marine stuff for some reason that I just happen to have lying about. A lot of this kind of stuff's going to be going up on there, so again, keep an eye on my eBay page. What else am I going to sell that is painted other than orcs? Oh, I've got a couple of display figures that I want to sell. I'll go and get them. I'm back, I've bought the examples. So yes, I'm looking to sell this guy, who was a competition entry a long time ago now. So it's Tempestus Scions Tempestor or something. He was done for the Fall of Cadia Facebook contest a while back now. I've got no use for him, so he'll be going up for sale. If you're interested, I'm not putting these up on eBay immediately. If you're interested in any of these or making me an offer, then you can get in touch. Robpaintsmodels@gmail.com. The email should be over in the about section on my channel information. I'll put it down in the bottom as well, gesturing with this guy's bolt pistol. So yeah, there's that guy. This Eldar Solitaire. I painted this a while ago for the local Games Workshop store's painting contest for painting a Eldar Solitaire. Only 2 people entered and I came second with this model. It was basically a coin toss though, really, in terms of the number of entries. I think there was literally only 1 vote between them. So yeah, that's going as well. And if you're interested, my Golden Demon Alexi Pollux is also up for grabs. Probably not going to put him up on eBay, but if you want to make an offer for him, then go for it. If I was, yeah, I don't necessarily want to sell him, but yeah, I kind of need to. Chapter Master Valric, if you're listening, I might do you a deal. And this is one of the flash kits, the aforementioned flash kits that I'm going to be selling. So yeah, that's the captain. The rest of the squad are all to the same quality as this guy. Here's a couple of the grots. Don't know if you can see that on his hat. On his hat there, swag. Yeah, these are quite old. These are going back to, I want to say 2012, 2013 maybe. So yeah, I've got 20 of these guys that are all done like individually. I was trying to do them up as like a pirate crew, like deckhands. And they've all customized their stuff. So there's this guy with these three-handed stars on his little bandana over his mouth there. So yeah, there's 20 of those guys. They're all pretty cool. And I'm also looking to sell my Deathwatch. One of which, here is a Dreadnought. This is a Deathwatch Dreadnought that I converted. It's magnetized, so you can swap it out, swap out this arm for the assault cannon or the las cannon, should you desire. So that's up for sale, and as well as the rest of my Deathwatch army, the painted models. And if you want to commission me to finish some rhinos / razorbacks, I have a couple of those, and I also have a half painted the big bird thing and a couple of bikes. So if someone wants to commission me to finish the rest of those guys up to the same standard, then I will do it. Again, like I said, get in touch, robpaintsmodels@gmail.com if you're interested. I just kind of need the money at the moment, is all it is. Some of these guys will just be going straight onto eBay though, because I don't really care what they go for or where they go. Some of them I'd rather receive offers from viewers. So that's how things stand at the moment. So yeah, money is tight. Go join my Patreon. If you can't do anything else, send us $5 a month or something. That's also helpful. That's pretty much it. Yeah, don't think there's anything else to report. I'm going to be trying out this paint. Barracks Burgundy. I didn't even know it existed. And I was like, a paint that is darker value of Screamer Pink? Count me in. I'm going to be starting using this to base coat all of my purity seals as opposed to Screamer Pink. And then I can use Screamer Pink as a highlight. Amazing. So this might become my new favourite paint. Might usurp Screamer Pink. But that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for staying with this rather rambly video. Hopefully I can edit it down to a little bit less than half an hour. And yeah. Bye bye. This guy is dry now. And quite frankly, that looks awful. Yeah, my classic statement about washes. Gravity and fluid dynamics is a terrible replacement for lights and shadows. Yeah, I'm not going to use this on cloth, but I might use it on panel lines. But that's pretty much it. Panel lines I can just paint it in, but that looks rubbish. Right, definitely done. Bye bye.